Seniors have their last days, we check up with T3 and superheroes galore.
All that and more coming up on the Tiger Cub Online. Hello and thanks for watching. I'm Sarah Johnson.
And I'm Nathaniel Sass. Last year, the school board decided to provide students with their own personal laptops, which, while being ridiculously useful, every month more laptops come in for repair.
Do the laptops retain their usefulness, or has the school board bitten off more than they can chew? Reporter Dakota Anderson has the story.
Last year, the school board made the decision to provide every student at Hastings High School with a computer. They provided them with it in hopes that students would put them to good use and to get students more adapted to using a computer daily. But unfortunately, some students don't take as much care of the computers as administration and tech specialist Terry Julian would have liked.
I don't know if we really knew what to expect. I think we're disappointed that we see them not being taken care of as much as we thought they would be. I think some of it is a lack of knowing, but some of it is just plain, don't put your drink by it. So, I don't know. I think that's kind of surprised us, that it doesn't seem like people care as much about them. Not everybody, it's the small 3 to 4%, but.
There are fine lists posted around the school in different areas that show how much things cost if you break them, but apparently this does not scare some students.
We've had a lot of hard drives go out this year, but I don't know that that's the most common. Honestly, the most common, sadly, is the screen. Things get dropped on them. Kids open them and pick them up by the screen, and that'll break it. You see people walk around like that all the time. They'll just grab the, So the screen is a big problem, and it's very expensive. It's $418, I think.
When asked what the biggest problem she's seen, Julian said,
the screen, or if they dump liquid. They haven't been doing that as much lately, which is good, because there for a little while it was bad, and that'll take the whole computer. So that's $1,000, I think, or $998 or something.
She says if this happens, do not put it in rice. That only makes things worse. The laptops have shown to be a good tool for them to use in class, but students seem to have gotten a little careless.
A couple of them have been run over by cars because they were left in the parking lot. One of them, surprisingly, still works. It's kind of curved up a little bit.
Hopefully as time goes on, students will become more used to using the laptops and take better care of them. But for now, reporting for the Tiger Cub Online, I'm Dakota Anderson.
The school year is drawing to a close, and as such, students are full of memories of the last year. Reporters Jack Foreman and Chandler Fielder went around to ask students what their favorite memory has been.
It's hard. I'm trying to think of all the embarrassing things I've done.
Did I look good first time?
I'm done.
This year, my most memorable moment has been with the soccer team. The boys soccer team 2 weeks ago went out to Scotts Bluff and won the Greater Nebraska Athletic Conference GNAC conference tournament. We had a really great weekend. Boys played really well, and we won the conference tournament for the first time in school history.
I really enjoyed prom. I had a good time. I had a really great day, and we had a good time together, and I did a lot of fun things with my friends.
When I was the swim manager, I was gonna swim, but I couldn't because I got hurt, so I had to be the manager. I was really good at it too, but I couldn't do it, so.
Diving at state, being able to even get 300 points was a very big accomplishment for me, and it was a great experience getting to dive in the diving well at the Devaney Center.
All through cheer and our bus or suburban rides to where we're supposed to go.
Football season.
Volleyball. Yeah. Because the seniors, the varsity did good, and so.
State swimming. And swimming in the relays.
Probably getting to meet
a bunch of new people and getting to know a lot more people and being involved in more activities.
We were driving to the zoo and I was waving at this guy that was driving by, and I kept waving and I kept waving, and then pretty soon he held up a note that told me that Mrs. Bean was very attractive, and it was really, really funny.
True story.
And then I let him know that she was married, and he was a very nice gentleman, and then we went on with our ways. Yep.
Oh, probably like the dances. Those are fun. Like the Under the Bridge dance in the beginning of the year. It was still summer.
Yeah.
That's it.
Earth Day was Tuesday, April 22nd, and the Science Club has been covering themselves in mud and doing rain dances outside the school every day since.
Not really. The Science Club members, along with science teacher Mrs. Mao, prepared many activities to involve the students in the festive week, as well as set up an online trend. Reporter Jenna Kolwicki has the story.
Every year around Earth Day, Hastings High's Science Club puts on Go Green Week.
Go Green Week is an opportunity for kids to understand the importance of conservation of our environment, our community, and give them activities to help support the idea that if we don't protect our environment today, there won't be a good environment for our children to live in tomorrow.
Many of the activities Science Club puts on involves the student body getting involved with bake sales, scavenger hunts, and so forth.
The events this year, there were scavenger hunts looking for recyclables, recycle signs within the school. We've held a bake sale to support some landscaping activities around the building. We have trash cleanup. We had door decorating contests within the freshman mentoring programs. We're having an online photo contest in regards to helping to support what people think is important in our environment. So people are supposed to take pictures of landscapes or areas that they think that show conservation.
Senior Lacey Lur shows her support by helping with the trivia quiz during Lunch on the Commons.
I'm here at Lunch on the Commons. I brought stuff for our bake sale, and we're like doing quizzes, like Go Green quizzes about recycling.
Finishing up the week, media specialist Faye Friesen helped run a photo shoot for the students in the cafeteria to express their crazy side. Reporting for the Tiger Cub Online, I'm Jenna Quickie.
The world of comics is a vast and confusing one. Characters are always dying, coming back to life, going to space, and 1,000 other things because comics.
However, we hope to help you understand better with an introduction to the world of comics conducted by Nathaniel Sass himself.
With great power comes great responsibility. Everyone recognizes the immortal words first coined in Spider-Man, but with movies like Captain America: The Winter Soldier dominating the box office, superheroes and comics have become less and less of a niche and more incorporated in pop culture. But with 50+ years of history to draw on, it can be kind of intimidating as to where to get started. Thankfully, we're here. When people talk about comics, they're usually referring to a series made by either Marvel or DC, the two biggest comic publishers, whose comics are usually based on superheroes. However, there are also other publishers such as Image or Dark Horse, whose comics range from comedies to Star Wars. However, for the sake of this story, we're going to stick to Marvel and DC.
New comics come out every Wednesday. Some comics are monthly, some are bi-weekly, and a few even come out every week. In 2012, Marvel launched Marvel Now, a company-wide movement of creating all new books with easy jumping-on points for new readers, while also staying in the same continuity already established. In early 2014, Marvel created new books and ended others with an extension of this relaunch with all new Marvel Now. Similarly, in 2011, DC rebooted their entire line, which means they started over completely new, establishing new but recognizable origins for their characters. Either of these points are a good point for starters, but more specifically, there are a couple titles everyone should look into.
First off is Marvel's Hawkeye, written by Matt Fraction. Centered around Clint Barton, the Archer/Avenger played by Jeremy Renner from the Avengers, Hawkeye requires zero knowledge of comics other than the fact that Hawkeye is the world's best archer. It's funny, smart, and beautiful. If you're looking for a DC comic, The first collection of the most recent Batman comic is a good place to start. It's called The Court of Owls, and it's a dark, moody, smart story, and you can pick up the paperback on Amazon for a little under $10. Marvel's next movie is Guardians of the Galaxy, and it's out in August. And it's about a group of misfits banding together to save the galaxy, including Star-Lord, a half-human, half-alien soldier, Drax, a hulking green dude, Gamora, a killer green lady, Rocket Raccoon, a talking, gun-wielding raccoon, and Groot, a tree that only says his name.
They're sort of like Space Avengers, and to add to that theme, Iron Man has joined the team. The first collection contains everything you need to know about the series, and it's on Amazon for about $15.
Now let's run through a quick vocab lesson. The single issues, sometimes called floppies, are written in story arcs, which are usually 45 issues long, and are usually collected into softcover collections called trade paperbacks, or trades for short. A writer usually stays on the title until he feels it's completed, which marks the end of a volume. For instance, Mark Waid's volume of Daredevil is different than Frank Miller's volume of Daredevil. If you're confused about where to get comics, though we don't have a comic shop here in Hastings, there is a Hastings bookstore in Grand Island. Alternatively, comics are purchasable online through your phone, tablet, or computer through apps like Comixology or the Marvel Comics app. Comics are a tricky thing to get into, but with the right guidance and countless hours falling into Wikipedia rabbit holes, you'll be a comics guru in no time. Nathaniel Saff, Tiger Cub Online.
After seeing the failure rate at Hastings High gradually increase, school administration decided to change to a block schedule and add an intervention period into the school day.
Tiger Team Time, or T3, has proven to be a success thus far, with teachers seeing improvement in their classrooms, and Sarah has the story.
High school students face many challenges during the school year. Having good grades is one of them. When the administration at Hastings High School began to notice that an increasing number of students had at least one D or F in a class, the daily schedule was given a major facelift. In addition to switching to a block schedule on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, a 45-minute intervention period called Tiger Team Time, or T3, was built into the schedule. This intervention time serves for students as a study hall and a time to get help from teachers. Now, according to Principal Jay Opperman, T3 is paying off.
There was a noticeable decrease in D and F grades between when we started, about 3 weeks left in the end of the third quarter, and what resulted in the end of the third quarter, so there was an improvement there.
Math and computer teacher Darcy Carr says that she has already seen improvements in her students' habits.
They're proactive when they know they need help. They ask for a pass, they ask to come in. I think there's some that's setting goals, those that maybe haven't before or haven't thought about that. I encourage that goal setting, get them thinking about what's going well, what's not.
In addition to helping turn failing grades into passing ones, T3 offers a built-in time in the day to give busy students a time to get some of their homework done and process everything that's happened in the day.
So I think that's worked very well, that it gives students time to think about what they have, because otherwise they leave school, they go to jobs, they go to practice, they go wherever, and don't have time to just process, what is it I have to do? What is it I'm not understanding? Who do I need to maybe get a pass and go see?
While the intervention period has proven to be successful in helping students, the schedule is still under construction. Whether or not the current daily schedule will be kept for the coming year has yet to be decided.
I would say right now, somehow we're going to have intervention built into our day, because that's been a good thing. In terms of the schedule, we're going to continue to see how we're doing as a staff and as students, because I almost think that was the bigger ask for both the students and the staff, was to change from a 45 or 50-minute period to an 80 or 85-minute period. And I almost feel that's the part we need to monitor almost more diligently in terms of where we go next.
Reporting for the Tiger Cub Online, I'm Sarah Johnson.
The spring sports season is continuing to be very satisfying, with Tiger teams continuing to perform as the year goes on. Wyatt has the full analysis. Wyatt?
Thanks, Nathaniel. The girls' soccer team is having another good season with a 6-4 record. The Lady Tigers have some pretty tough matchups coming their way, though, as they still play the 6-2 North Platte Bulldogs, the 8-1 Columbus Discoverers, and the 7-1 Kearney Bearcats. The Lady Tigers took fourth this past weekend at the GNAC tournament. The boys are fired up after a GNAC championship this past weekend after racking up wins against North Platte, Lexington, and Kearney. The season looks as if it is shaping up to be a good one. The overall record for the Tigers as of right now is 8-2. Even though the boys' soccer team is off to a great start, head coach Mike Nanfito says they still have some tough obstacles to overcome.
Yeah, I think right now our biggest obstacle is scoring goals, and that's what we're going to be working on quite a bit this week in practice, is figuring out how are we going to get into the attacking third, and how are we going to create more opportunities to score, and how are we going to get more shots off, and overall just try to get more guys forward to support the attack.
The Tiger boys golf team is swinging away. Coach Brian Vetter explains how his returning seniors will bring the experience the team needs in competition.
I've got 2 seniors who are returning with quite a bit of experience. I've got Taylor Hawes and Jake Parker, and both of them played on our varsity last year, contributed in a lot of meets, participated in the district competition as well as the state competition. So they bring the most experience back to our team this year.
Vetter expects his seniors to help out the younger players in understanding the game of golf better.
I expect them to kind of help out our younger guys, during practice, just kind of showing them the ins and outs of the game of golf. There's a lot of subtleties, I guess, to the game of golf that not everybody always sees, when they watch it on TV or whatever. So I like to match them up with some of our younger kids, our younger golfers, so that they can learn from them. Also would like to see, and they have been doing this, is providing leadership to our team, just with that experience that they bring, kind of telling the younger kids what they can expect when they go into a meet for the first time. So leadership and I guess helping out the younger kids is part of that, but that's kind of the biggest thing I look for from them.
The Tiger track teams have stepped up to full speed. With the season coming to a close, the teams look to sharpen things up as they start to see some stiffer competition. Head coach Dave Johnson explains some of those challenges.
It's going to be a challenging season for us. We lost a lot of good athletes from last year, and so we have a lot of kids who will be experiencing varsity meets for the first time in their career, and so we've got a challenge in dealing with that and making sure we improve our depth and get a lot of athletes, as many athletes as we can, involved and find out what we have. We're still very early in the season right now, and we've just completed our first meet, but we've got a lot of question marks. So it'll be interesting to see how the season plays out. But the big thing is we're pretty inexperienced, and we've got to find some people to fit the right combination. So there's a lot of question marks this season for us.
The boys track team has some returning state qualifiers, including senior Tanner Johnson and sophomore Dylan Rutt, that Johnson hopes can lead the team to a very successful season.
We have 2 returning state qualifiers. We have Tanner Johnson, who qualified in the long jump last year for us, and then Dylan Rutt, who qualified as a freshman in the discus for us. And so those 2 individuals are back, and I feel pretty good about their chances of returning. And then, of course, our goal by the end of the year, we'll try to get as many other individuals to go down there with them. But those guys are veteran track guys. They know what competing is all about. They've been there before, and so we're expecting good things out of both those guys, not just to qualify for state, but throughout the year to be key parts of our team.
Also playing a big role in the HHS Spring Athletics teams is the Lady Tigers tennis squad. The Tigers have had a very impressive showing this season, with a key win against the Columbus Discoverers 5-4. And other wins include Norfolk, Kearney Catholic, and McCook, along with some very good finishes in the tournament so far this year. One thing that the Tiger Cub Online sports team likes to cover near the end of the year is the seniors that are taking the next step into collegiate sports. Sports reporter Tyler Musgrave has the scoop on just who is taking that giant leap.
Senior bowler Riley Sadd is extending his athletic career in both bowling and baseball. Riley is attending Wayne State University in Wayne, Nebraska. He's also going into the Nebraska National Guard. Riley finished off his senior year of high school with a 200 average in the lanes and is trying out for the baseball team at Wayne State University.
I've put in a lot of time, especially bowling. I'm usually out there once or twice a week before season, and then a little extra after practice, just kind of keep in shape, and then same with baseball.
Senior goalkeeper Bailey Petzel is taking the next step in athletics. She will be playing soccer at Bellevue University in Omaha. Bailey has led the Tigers to 2 state qualifying campaigns and is hoping for another this year.
It was pretty hard. I mean, soccer is a really competitive sport. You have to be really in shape, so it was pretty tough.
On the mats, Eric Holston will be attending Fort Hays State University in Hays, Kansas. This past season, Eric wrestled at the 132-pound weight division and is a 2-time state qualifier.
To get to the level of a college wrestler, you have to put in the hours and take the time to be good at your sport.
Shelby Stone is heading to Hastings College for track. She's worked hard for all of her success on the track, running the 400, 100, and also helping out the 4x1 relay team. She hopes to continue that success in college.
You have to work hard every day, your best, and as long as you give your best, you'll be fine.
Jamison Cockrell is following his dreams of playing college baseball. Jamison will be a Bronco playing baseball at Hastings College. He's ready to face what's to come at the college level.
The work was kind of tough because it took hours and years of dedication and hard work to make it where I am.
I, Tyler Musgrave, along with the rest of Hastings High, would like to wish these outstanding athletes the best of luck in their college years. Wyatt, back to you.
Thanks, Tyler. We hope to hear of some big things from those student athletes in the future at their respective schools. Well, that will have to wrap things up here in the studio for HHS Sports. Keep repping the black and orange, and remember, go Tigers. Sarah Nathaniel, back to you.
Finally, I conducted my latest random ramblings with sophomore Lindsay Labrie, who is very linguistically talented. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Random Ramblings with me, Nathaniel Sass, your host. Our guest today is Hastings High student and sophomore, also Lindsay Labrie.
Hello.
Lindsay, what are you here for? Why are you here?
Well, you got me from class. I was in the middle of taking tests, so whatever. Just you.
I have to ask you about the accent.
Okay, I was not born in America.
I'm pretty sure you were.
No.
No, I'm pretty...
I wasn't.
Okay.
I have green card.
Okay, tell me about your life in Russia, then.
Okay, so every morning at 5 we wake up, say hello to the polar bears, and the caribou.
It's not polar bears in Russia.
Are you doubting?
Kind of, frankly. Continue.
But anyway, then we warm up our boots by the fire outside, and then we go back inside, and we make oatmeal.
So I understand that you're involved in band?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you play?
I played the tenor sax. I've played it for 5 years. I played the alto sax for about 1 year before I played tenor.
Okay. Do you have a speech impediment or something that
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like a mental block?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. The next question is, what kind of activities are you looking to get into this summer?
Volunteering at the hospital, things like that. A job, probably.
Are you going to work the Vegemite stand? That's about it for this month's edition of Random Ramblings. Any any last remarks that Lindsay would like to say?
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. I've always wanted to be on this show. It means a lot. Hi, Mom. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you for having me.
I'm Nathaniel Sass.
I'm Lindsay Labrie.
Good night.
Goodbye.
That's all for this broadcast. Thanks for watching, and check out more stories at our website, tigercubonline.org.
Links to our standalone stories are in the description, and check out the full Random Ramblings by clicking this annotation. I'm Nathaniel Sass.
And I'm Sarah Johnson. Thanks for watching.